Hello everyone, hope all are doing well. Today we are going to start a new chapter, Ivan Tries an O Level, written by Colin Dexter. This is one of the best known mystery and detective plays we have in English Core Class 12th. Hope all are doing well and let's begin this lesson. So I have the text opened with me. I want all of you to please read the chapter with me. So let's just see the title once. Evans tries an O level. Dear student, here Evans is the name of the main character. It is given below in the dramatic persona. These are the characters in the play that are playing the major role. And Evans is, the full name of Evans is James Evans Roderick Evans, a prisoner who is trying an O level examination. So we will further get to know that what kind of exam Evans is giving. Evans basically is a prisoner, and that's why this is a detective novel or a play written by Colin Dexter. So there are main characters: James Roderick Evans, a prisoner. Then we have Secretary of the Examination Board, the Governor of HM Prison, Oxford, James Evans, Mr. Jackson, a prison officer, Mr. Stephens, a prison officer, the Reverend S. McClary. So McClary, an invigilator, Mr. Carter, Detective Superintendent, Mr. Bell, Detective Chief Inspector. So these were the main characters or the dramatic persona of the play, or you can say uh, the play is having these important characters. Now, let's discuss the theme before we start up. So, dear students, this story depicts a clash of wit between a criminal and the law enforcing authorities, in which the prisoner Evans befools the jail authorities and manages to escape from the prison. If the government and law enforcing officials are vigilant, crime can be detected and criminals can be booked. But criminals like Evans can hoodwink the authorities and escape punishment as long as the officials are slow and lack alertness and wit. So, it is the month of early March when the story started up. The secretary of the examination board receives a call from the governor of the HM prison, Oxford. He tells a prisoner named Evans had started night classes in O-level German exam. Now he wants to attain some academic qualification. The secretary replies that there is no need to worry. All the necessary forms and other requisite material will be sent soon. They will give him a chance. He inquires about Evans too. The governor tells him that Evans had no record of violence. Rather, he is amusing fellow. He is one of the stars at the Christmas concert. The secretary asks him if they can arrange a room where Evans can sit in and give exam. The governor tells that the room of Evans can be used for this purpose. The secretary agrees and tells that they could get a parson from St. Mary Mag's to invigilate. The governor takes utmost care to see that he would not be fooled. Every care was taken to make Evans prepare for the exam, and he was tutored by the German teacher for 6 months. The day before the exam, the teacher wishes good luck but makes it clear that he had hardly any chance of getting through. But Ivan gives an ironical twist to the tutor's observation by saying, I may surprise everybody. On the day of the exam, Jackson and Stephens visited Ivan's cell and took away everything that may help him injure himself. Evans was insisted to take away the hat, but he refused, saying that it was lucky charm. Evans' cell was budged so that the governor could himself listen to each and every conversation in the cell. The invigilator S. McLeary too was searched and left him invigilator McLeary too was searched and left him to complete the task. Stephens, sitting outside the cell, every now and then he used to peep into the cell. The exam went on smoothly. Ivan's cell, Stephen escorted the invigilator to the main gate and looked into Ivan's cell and found the invigilator, actually that was Evans, was wounded. Informed the governor. The latter was to be hospitalized, but informed that he was all right and asked them to follow Evans. Thus he escaped the prison. When the invigilator was not found in the hospital, they went to the residence of McLeary, only to find him bound and engaged in the study in Broad Street. He has been there since 8:15 a.m. Now everything was clear to the governor. Ivan escaped the prison the fourth time, but by taking the hint from the question paper, the governor reached the hotel where Evans was staying. He captured him and came to know how he planned his escape. The governor said that his game was over. Evans surrendered himself to the governor, and Evans was handcuffed and sent away with a prison officer in the prison van. But here again, he befools the governor once again. Both the prison officer and the prison van were a part of his own plan. He again deceived them, and once again he was a free bird. So this was the whole summary of Ivan tries an O level. Now I am going to give you the gist. Point number 1. Evans, a kleptomaniac. So this is a new word, spelling of that kleptomaniac, kleptomaniac, was imprisoned thrice and all the time escaped from the prison. Now he was in the prison for the fourth time and all of a sudden developed curiosity to appear in the exam that is known as O-level German examination, which also was an effort to break the prison. Point number 2. The governor takes utmost care to see that he would not be fooled. Every care was taken to make Evans prepare for the examination. He was tutored by the German tutor for 6 months. The day before the exam, the tutor wishes him good luck but makes it clear that he had hardly any chance of getting through. But Evans gives an ironical twist to the tutor's observation by saying, I may surprise everybody. On the day of exam, Jackson and Stephens visited Evans' cell and took away everything that may help him enjoy himself. Evans was insisted to take away the hat, but he refused, saying that this is his lucky charm. Next point, Evans' cell was bugged so that the governor could himself listen to each and every conversation. The invigilator McClary too was searched and left him to complete the task. Stephen, sitting outside the cell, every now and then peeped into the room. The exam went on smoothly. Stephen escorted the invigilator to the main gate and took a look into Evans' cell and found the invigilator. That was actually Evans. He was wounded. He informed the governor. The latter was to be hospitalized, but informed that he was all right and asked them to follow Evans. Thus he escaped the prison. When the invigilator was not found in the hospital, they went to the residence of McClary only to find him bound and gagged in the study in Broad Street. He has been there since 8:15. Now everything was clear to the governor. Evans escaped the prison the fourth time, but by taking the hint from the question paper, governor followed him to the hotel. He reached there and how he planned his escape and said that his game was over. Evans surrenders himself to governor. Later again, Evan shocked him when he was eloped again from the van. So this was the story gist for you. Now let's begin the reading part. So here we look up, the lesson is starting from all precautions have been taken to see that the O-level examination arranged in the prison for Evans. So Evans here is giving the O-level examination, German examination, and the whole preparations and precautions has been taken by the jail authorities here. It was in the early March, underline, when Secretary of the Examination Board received the call from Oxford Prison. So this is the setup, Oxford Prison. The Secretary of Examination got the call from Oxford Prison. It's a slightly unusual request, Governor, but I don't see why we shouldn't try to help. Just the one fellow, you say? That's it. His name, chap called Evans, started night classes in O-level German last September. So here we have a clue that Evans is a prisoner who is very much interested in giving the O-level examination and says he is dead keen to get some sort of academic qualification. So he wanted some academic qualification and wanted to appear in this exam and preparing for it from last 6 months. Is he any good? He was the only one in the class. So you can say he's had individual tuition all the time. Really would have cost him a packet if he did been outside. So he was the only one who was appearing there in the exam, was very much interested, and well, let's give him a chance, shall we? Now the governor was asking the jail authority, the secretary, that's jolly kind of you, what exactly the procedure? Oh, don't worry about that. I will be sending you all the forms and stuff. What's his name, you say? Evans. James Roderick Evans. So underline, this is the full name of the character. It sounds rather grand. Just one thing, Governor, he is not a violent sort of fellow, is he? So violent sort of fellow means he is not having any criminal record. I don't want to know his criminal record or anything like that, but just asking. So out of curiosity, he is asking whether he is having some criminal records or not. No, there is no record of violence. Quite a pleasant sort of chap. Underline, this is the characteristic feature. Pleasant sort of chap. Bit of card, really. One of the stars at the Christmas concert. Second point, he is the star at the Christmas concert. You know the sort of thing, Mike Ackwood stuff. He's got a congenital kleptomanic. Kleptomanic means he is very fond of small thievery. Okay, so he's a lot of things are there mentioned about him, that he's a pleasant chap, he is a star in Christmas concert, he's fond of singing, and kleptomaniac means he is interested in small thievery also. So stealing is his practice and it's one of his qualities. Governor was tempted at something else, but he thought better of it. He did after that particular side of things himself. Presumably, said the secretary, you can arrange a room where no problem, he is in a cell or his own. So we will conduct the examination, he said, in his own cell or the room. If you have no objections, he can sit the exam in there. That's fine. And we could easily get out of the Parsons, sent Mary Maggs to invigilate. So he from this church the invigilator will come. Fine, yes, they seems to have a lot of Parsons there, don't they? The two men chuckled good naturedly, and the secretary had a final thought. At least there's thing, you shouldn't have much trouble keeping incommunicado, should you? The governor chuckled politely once more, reiterated his thanks, and slowly cradled the phone. Evans. The break, as the prisoner officers called him. So he is commonly known as Evans the Break because he often tries to escape from the jail. Thrice he had escaped from the prison. But for the recent wave of unrest in the maximum security establishments up north, he would not now be gracing the governor's premises in Oxford. The governor was going to make absolutely certain, and he wouldn't be disgracing them. Not that Evans was real burden, just a persistent, nagging presence. He did the right in Oxford, though the governor would see it personally. So governor is taking a personal interest in looking after Evans because thrice in the past he had run away, and this time they are taking lot of precautions so that they can avoid his escape. Evans was genuinely interested in O-level examination. Underline this. So this time he was actually showing his interest in this exam. At 8:30 p.m. on Monday 7th June, Evans' German teacher shook him by the hand in the heavily guarded recreational block just across from D Wing. So good luck for tomorrow. Oh, thanks. I mean, so you haven't a cat in hell's chance of getting through, of course, but I may surprise everybody, said Evans. So Evans is saying, I always surprise everyone, so don't underestimate me. His teacher is saying that at 8:30 7th June your exam will be there, so all the best for tomorrow, but it's hard to clear it. And this is how the whole sequence has started up. And Mr. Jackson and senior prison officer and Stephen officers, both of them went to Evans' cells and looking after his cell room, finding the things which are inapplicable, they wanted to throw them out, they wanted to take it out. Evan's face was unshaven and he wore a filthy looking red and white bobble hat. See this? Now he was wearing a hat. Mr. Jackson said, I was just going to shave when you bust in. Which reminds me, Jackson turned his eyes on Stephens. Make sure you take his razor out of the cell when he is finished scraping the ugly mug of his. Clear? One of these days he will do us all a favor and cut his bloody throat. Now, all the sharpened things which are there in his cell room, whether it is razor or something, they wanted to take it out. Scissor, nail scissor, okay, all of this is given here. They wanted to take it out because they don't want to take any chance. Because of that, they can be very sure that he cannot run away from the cell this time. But when they asked him to remove the hat, he just said no, because that hat was a lucky charm for him. So this is how they were taking very minute and minute care and very minute precautions they were taking, that he should not run this time from the jail. Now from this particular page, page number 74, we are going to start in our next lecture.